Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Bible with Jolly Fun number 8. Today, before we jump into our Jolly Phonics reading and writing, I thought I would teach you a new way to give yourself a hug so you can calm your body as you get ready for learning. And it's called a butterfly hug. And here's how you do it. You take one hand and put it on this shoulder, and you take your other hand and put it on this shoulder. And then when you breathe in, you make butterfly wings in and out. And that's how you give yourself a butterfly hug. I'm going to sing you a little song that I wrote just for you so that you can sing it to yourself if you get scared or have trouble going to sleep at night or something's bugging you. It's a great way to calm your body. And it goes like this. I'm gonna give myself a butterfly hug. I'm gonna give myself a butterfly hug. Why? Because I'm lovable. Why? Because I am loved. Let's do that again. I'm gonna give myself a butterfly hug. I'm gonna give myself a butterfly hug. Why? Because I'm lovable. Why? Because I am loved. And now, let's do some writing. You may remember that for the last couple of days, we've been reading a story about a man named Albert who was afraid to go outside because he kept hearing scary noises. But then one day when he stuck his hand out to check the weather and to listen to see if it might be a good day for going outside, something really amazing happened. Sometimes when I read a book, if I want to remember what I've read, I either draw pictures or I write down some of the important words that might help me to remember what I've read so far. So the important words for us today are these words: check, weather, red, nest, eggs, and slept. Let's see if you can help me fill in the words for our sentences here so that we can remember what we've read so far about Albert. But before we do that, who remembers what the red words are? They are our sight words or our high frequency words, those words we need to know automatically. And the first one I have highlighted, I want you to spell with me and then say it. Ready? T-H-E, the. The next one is a number word. You might know this one. Let's spell it and read it. O-N-E, one. This one you could use your sounds, but then it would slow you way down in your reading so you couldn't remember what you were reading. And if you read too slowly, you can't really get to the meaning of the story. So even though we could use our sounds, at and duh, we don't want to slow ourselves down. We want to know this word quickly. Ready? Let's spell it and then read it. A-N-D, and. Good. Here's another tricky word. And it's this word right here. It looks like was, but if I was reading a sentence with this word in it, I don't think I would say, I was at home yesterday. I think I would say I was at home. So let's spell it and read it. W-A-S, was. Here's the next one. Oh, kind of tricky. Let's spell it and read it. T-H-E-R-E, there. Here's the next one. W-E-R-E, were. And then again, our word the. All right, let's see if we can fill in the sentences to remind ourselves of what's happened in our story about Albert so far. Ready? I'm going to read it for you and you think, which of these words might fit? And I think just to add a little bit of challenge, I'm going to pop these words around and mix them up a bit. Oh dear, that was funny. All right, let's get that word back in. All right, here we go. Whoops. Oh, that silly pencil. I picked it again. There we go. All right, let's move these guys over. And let's move this word and move these guys over. Move these guys over. And now I think we're ready to go. All right, here we go. Albert blank the blank each day. Do you remember what Albert did each day when he stuck his arm out the window? What did Albert do? Albert blank the blank each day. Let's see what might make sense. Albert nest the blank each day? No. Albert weather the nest each day? No. How about checked? Let's see. Albert checked the blank each day. That might make sense. Let's try this other verb, slept. Albert slept the blank each day? That doesn't make sense. I think it's checked. So let's pop that word in. Ready? Checked. Albert checked the blank each day. What did Albert check? What did Albert check? I think he did check the nest each day. He did check the weather each day, and he did check the eggs each day. But which one did he check first? Let's go back and think at the very beginning of the story, before the nest ever came and before the cardinals ever visited him. I think he checked the weather. Is that what you said? If you did, you are right. So let's put weather in there to complete our sentence. All right, little pen. All right, let's read the whole sentence. Ready? Albert checked the weather each day. Now let's read it like we might talk. Albert checked the weather each day. Now, what happened next? One day a blank bird and its mate made a blank. What kind of bird was it, boys and girls? Do you remember? Was it a blackbird? No. Was it a robin? No. What color was the bird? What are you thinking? Which word up here is a color word? It's a short E word. It's one of our words. Just like checked. And just like weather. It's the word red. A red bird came. Let's see if we can get the last part of this sentence. One day, a red bird and its mate, that means its partner, made a blank. Well, we know what birds make. Birds make eggs and birds make nests. Let's see, which would make sense in this sentence? One day a red bird and its mate made eggs? No. When there's an S on the end of a word like eggs, we know it has to be more than one, so we wouldn't say made eggs. So it must be our short word nest. So let's write nest. Here we go. Nest. All right, now let's read what we have so far. Ready? Albert checked the weather each day. One day, a red bird and its mate made a nest. What happened next? Let's see. The blank was in Albert's hand. What was in Albert's hand? The eggs were in his hand. The nest was in his hand. But because we have the blank, I know it's only one thing. So which noun is it? Is it nest or eggs? If you said nest, you are right. Here we go. The nest. The nest was in Albert's hand. Let's look at our next sentence. Soon there were 4 blank in the blank. Soon there were 4 blank in the blank. What were there 4 of? Do you remember? If you said eggs, that's another one of our words. You got it right. There were 4 eggs in the, and we're going to use that other word that we just used with an again. Nest. Nest. All right, let's read the whole sentence. Soon there were 4 eggs in the nest. Last part of what we read, and we only have now 1 word left. So let's make sure it makes sense before we stick it in there. It's the word slept. Another word. Let's see if that makes sense. Albert slept standing up each night. Yes, it makes sense. And I remember from the story, that's exactly what Albert did. Let's write it in there. All right, now let's read our whole summary of what we've read so far. Ready? Albert checked the weather each day. One day, a red bird and its mate made a nest. The nest was in Albert's hand. Soon there were 4 eggs in the nest. Albert slept standing up each night. All right, let's read our story now to see what happens next. All right, in our story with Albert, he's standing outside, as you remember, and he's got the little nest in his hand. Remember, here's Albert looking at the mother bird, and he's looking at her sitting on the nest. Let's see what happens next. I'm thinking that Albert probably got very hungry while he was standing there. Let's see what happens and if Albert is able to get some food. Remember, I'm going to read first, and then I'm going to show you the pictures. Here we go. A week passed, and one morning when Albert opened his mouth, he peeped. The father cardinal looked at him askance, but Albert peeped insistently. Peep, peep, peep. The cardinal flew off. He returned with a beetle. Albert wrinkled his nose and jerked his head away. The cardinal ate the beetle. Then he flew off again. This time he returned with a blackberry. Albert ate it gratefully. Can you believe it? The daddy cardinal is actually feeding Albert now. From that day on, Albert peeped and the father cardinal fed him blackberries, and Albert smiled at the noises all around him as the days passed. Here's a picture. See if you can see. Can you see? Here's Albert. And can you see the daddy cardinal is putting a blackberry in his mouth? So now the daddy cardinal and the mama cardinal have adopted Albert into their family. How nice is that? On the 12th morning, Albert spied a crack in one of the eggs. He put his face to the grill work so he could see everything perfectly. The second egg cracked, and the third and the fourth. The baby birds pecked their way out, wet and scraggly. Good work, Albert said as he smiled. Welcome to the world. So here, can you see in this picture, can you see the eggs? Can you see the baby birds starting to come out? Yeah, look at that. Can you see? There they are. Let's see what happens next. In the next few weeks, sorry boys and girls, the mother and father cardinals fed their brood, that means their family, including Albert, who learned to love seeds and berries and even eventually beetles. The mother sat on Albert's wrist and sang her joy. The father flew to the top of the maple and sang his pride. The parents whistled to the fledglings, encouraged them to test their wings. And soon the first fledglings boys and girls. And soon the first fledgling left the nest. A fledgling is a baby bird. Then the second and the third, but one stayed. He hopped up Albert's arm and pecked at his nose. He looked worriedly at the ground. "Go for it, Birdie," said Albert. "You can fly." The fledgling looked down again. He kept his wings close to his body because he was scared. And Albert knew all about being scared, didn't he? So now Albert is going to help the little bird get over its fear of flying. Can you see? I'm going to hold this up. Can you see the birds at the top of the page? And can you see Albert holding the little bird on his arm there who's afraid to fly? And you can see the other little baby birds are flying. Can you see that? Well, boys and girls, believe it or not, we worked so hard on our writing today and on our reading about Albert that we are not going to have time to do another jolly sound. However, we're going to sing the song for the next sound we're going to do tomorrow so that you can be thinking about it and some words you might know with that sound. Ready? Tomorrow's sound is going to be the E and the OR sound. Remember, we put our ears up for E like a donkey and ears down for the OR sound. Remember, they're two different sounds, E and OR. Let's sing the song to get ready for tomorrow.
See the donkey in its stall, E-or is its call.
Now, believe it or not, B asked me if she could help us sing the song because the E sound is in her name. So we're going to get B all ready and she's going to help us sing our E-or song once again. Are you ready? Here's B.
See the donkey in its stall, E-or is its call.
Let's do it one more time.
See the donkey in its stall, E-or is its call.
Good job, boys and girls. Tomorrow, we will talk about words with E. So think about other words that have the sound E, like in B. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.